Mortal Kombat 9 was an absolute masterpiece in my eyes. This was a true return to roots for many fans. This was coming to us fresh, hot off the heels of Mortal Kombat vs. DC Universe. Fans were hungry for the blood, the gore, the violence, the fatalities that were all missing in Mortal Kombat vs. DC Universe. All that came back and more with Mortal Kombat 9, released all the way back April 19th, 2011 to a sea of bloodthirsty fans. Welcome into today's video. We're going to be talking some Mortal Kombat 9. When could we maybe see a Mortal Kombat 9 remaster come out? Will they ever remaster it? Could it be on the Legacy Collection? Welcome into today's video. If you're excited, hit that thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe so you can find the channel later on. The first thing I want to show you, this is your original version of the game. So if you go and you pick up your Mortal Kombat 9 at the midnight release, you would have got this. If you get the collector's edition, you get a Mortal Kombat arcade stick. Now, that was what we got on PlayStation 3. I have seen an art book. I didn't get that with mine on the PlayStation side, so maybe that was an Xbox exclusive. If you got the collector's edition for Xbox, let me know what you got for yours. My collector's edition came with Mortal Kombat 9 and the MK9 arcade stick, which is right up here. I didn't bring it over for the video. I apologize. I have so many great memories of this game. I played this online probably more than any other Mortal Kombat game in my life, up to Mortal Kombat 1. Mortal Kombat 1 has far surpassed anything, but this is your regular edition right here. At the end of the game's life cycle, we would get the Mortal Kombat Complete Edition. That is right here. This has your DLC on it, all that good stuff. Now, if you're a Mortal Kombat 9 aficionado like myself and you just gotta have them all, this is the Mortal Kombat Complete Edition on Xbox. Now, this is online playable still on Xbox. However, the netcode is not that good. Now, will they ever remaster this game? Yeah, I think they will. This is a game that now that we're getting the games that we're getting on the Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection, there's really only one game left that's been lost to history, and that is Mortal Kombat 9. Now, are we going to see Mortal Kombat 9 on the Legacy Collection? No. I highly doubt that. This is a large game, and it's a AAA type game. You know, this is a game that deserves to be done on its own. Also, there's a couple things, like, you know, we're looking at the PlayStation 3 version. We got Kratos on this. If they do remaster it, how do they go about it? I mean, I guess we'd be getting the Xbox port without Kratos if they do remaster it. I don't know, but this is a game that I think deserves a standalone release. Now, I'm going to say something bold here. I think when we get a Mortal Kombat 9 remaster or a remake, I think that will be NetherRealm Studios' standalone game for a year or so. What I mean by that is I would venture a guess that we'll probably be looking at Mortal Kombat 1 sequel maybe around late 2026, maybe 2027, early April. I don't know if they're going to go and finish the MK1 reboot timeline story, but I have a feeling they will. I have a feeling we'll get the Onaga wrap-up, whatever that is, and I think we'll finish that. And then where do we go from there? I think there's a very real possibility that after we're going to get the Legacy Collection coming this year. Then after that, we're going to get the Mortal Kombat, I think. We'll get the sequel to Mortal Kombat 1. Then after that, I do think we will eventually get the Mortal Kombat 3D era trilogy. And then after that, we would be getting the next mainline Mortal Kombat game, I believe. Now, what would that game be? I think that they would actually release Mortal Kombat 9 as a remaster or a reboot as its own standalone game. Because I don't really see them releasing a sequel to Mortal Kombat 1 per se, and then slapping this out there to compete directly against it. I think a Mortal Kombat 9 remaster would hold its own. I think one day down the road, we could be looking at Mortal Kombat 9 being remastered and having that be our standalone game for a year or two that we actually jump in and play. I would love to see that. This game is too large for anything like a Legacy Collection. It's too modern. I think we'll be lucky to even see Mortal Kombat Trilogy or Mortal Kombat Gold. I think we'll be lucky to see any disc-based games on the Legacy Collection at all right now. However, if and when the time comes to redo this game or retouch Mortal Kombat 9, I think that they would do it as a standalone entity, and I think that they would make that their main game for at least a year or two. I want to hear your thoughts down below. I grew up playing Mortal Kombat 9. Now, we're going to get into some features on this game and just show you some of the things on Mortal Kombat 9 that we got in this game, which was absolutely incredible. Let us go to the game menu here to check this out. I'll tell you a fun story. So, if you had really bad internet, that little spinning circle right there at this main menu would sometimes freeze your PS3. I loved this game so much back in the day that I actually used to, when I lost internet, I had to play on my cell phone's Wi-Fi hotspots, and oftentimes it would freeze right there. So first things first, you have your fight mode. You got ladder, tag ladder, test your luck, test your might, test your sight, test your strike. I mean, already, like, wow. Your story mode, I think if I click on that, it will begin the story mode automatically, and I don't want to do that. Your challenge tower. I think I've already got all this done. Now, there are 300 of the toughest challenges that you can do on the challenge tower. These were actually very, very cool. You got the Deadly Alliance right there. There was a lot of cool things on here. And you could do different things. You had test your might built in here. You had all sorts of different challenges. You had fights in here where you would fight by throwing your limbs at different opponents and different things like that. It was a unique mode. The challenge tower was 300, very, very difficult, varying difficulties, but some of them were very difficult. This was our training mode right here. You got a tutorial, fatality tutorial, practice, tag team practice. I'll show you what the fatality tutorial looked like. I'll give us a quick way to cheat and look at the main menu, the character select screen here. You had classic skins come into this game too. We'll take a look at Scorpions, and we'll put on, we'll give Sub-Zero the classic MK3 attire. I should have picked a better stage. I wasn't a big fan of the training stage on this game, but sometimes your foe's torso just gets in the way. Alright. Split decision. And that was groundbreaking back in the day. Now, if they were to remaster this, I can only imagine how good it would look. And with the size of this game, this is a game I feel like they could remaster this. They could add new skins to it, perhaps. They could really retouch this. And if they do a remaster of this game, I think this could be a massive, massive game if they were to make this their mainline game. Even the extras. You go into your crypt. Crypt is gorgeous, fully interactable. This is the first crypt that we had where it was just laid out. Oh, you also had hidden items in here. The way this is laid out is absolutely gorgeous. There's some of the best unlockables in this crypt that I've ever seen. Beautiful artwork, and I don't have all this unlocked. Interesting. So I'll give you one right here. We can go over here. We'll get DL9. What could this be? I love that. The arms come out of the grave. We got the Wasteland music. So, the crypt, there's 4 different parts of the crypt. When you get to the top of the crypt there, that would take you to the necropolis, which is right here. That's where you can see all of your downloadable content, all of your extra, not your downloadable content, all your unlocked content, excuse me. The artwork in this game was fantastic. Let's see, we got Kratos there. Yeah, I got all this unlocked. So, this is where you go check out all your unlocked content. You can go in here and check out endings, character bios, alternate character bios, view the stats. How much have I played with this guy? So, there we go. I've mastered that character? Nice. So, if you go through and spend enough time, you can master each character. I have not mastered Kenshi. So, there was a lot of cool stuff in this. If you had to... I think one of the rules to master those characters, I think you have to play with one character over 24 hours. I could be mistaken. But you have your DLC content. I don't even know what happens if you click on that. Takes us into the store, maybe? No content is available at this time. Darn. Announcement trailers were in here. Character trailers. So you had the Mortal Kombat Legacy trailer, Mortal Kombat trailer, Kratos, Shadows trailer, the E3 Combat trailer. Actually, we will pop that on real quick. This was absolutely massive when we first saw this game dropped. The vibe to this game was absolutely unmatched. I think this would be a perfect game to do a standalone release as a remaster. I don't think that this game needs to have any other games included with it. And now that we have Mortal Kombat 4 Arcade coming on the Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection, that was the only Mortal Kombat game that was really truly lost to history. Now with Mortal Kombat 4 on the Legacy Collection, there's only one other Mortal Kombat game that is truly kind of lost to history. You can play this online on Steam and on Xbox. However, the netcode is absolutely awful. It's not widely available, per se. You cannot get it digitally on Xbox. You have to have the disc, play on Xbox Series X or Xbox 360. Netcode's pretty atrocious. This game is ripe for a remaster. Combat Begins 2011. It seems like yesterday. I spent so much time playing this game. It was unreal. You got character vignettes. Scorpion gets fate. Let's see what Scorpion's vignette is here. Oh, okay. So he gets a little cutscene. The designs in this game were on point too. We had about 2 or 3 skins per character. They were all quality skins. The roster in this game was absolutely amazing. Let's just go into fight real quick, go into the ladder and show you the roster. I mean, as far as that, you can't even ask for much more. You have your entire classic roster from the first 3 games, with even a few extra characters like Quan Chi and Cyber Sub-Zero, along with new characters like Scarlet, Kenshi, new to the MK9, the NRS side, I should say. Like, we had seen Kenshi in the 3D games, but now we get to see him in classic NRS type gameplay in this new 2D format. Kratos coming in, obviously a PlayStation exclusive. If they do remaster this game one day, I'm guessing we would just get the Xbox version. But this was a tremendous game, and to have characters like Quan Chi coming into the ranks, awesome to see. You did have classic skins over here. Again, you got MK1. Most of these characters, Nightwolf had a great alternate costume on here. You have Stryker making his thunderous return. This roster was pretty solid. There was a lot of broken tech on this game, but it was still amazing because a lot of characters had busted stuff. So, yeah, you might be fighting against some broken stuff, but hey, you got some broken stuff yourself. Now, I want to hear from y'all in the comment section. Do you have any stories of Mortal Kombat 9? Do you have any favorite memories you would like to share of this game? Well, let me go back to the main screen here. Now, like I said, I think that Mortal Kombat 9 probably deserves its own remaster. I think it's too large for the Legacy Collection. I think we'll be lucky even if we get any CD-based games on the Legacy Collection at all. I hope we do. But I don't think we're going to get anything past the 90s as far as a mainline MK game. I think they're going to take care of those original games first. I think Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance being the last advertised game right now for the Game Boy Advance version of Deadly Alliance, I should say. I think that being one of the last games announced at the moment is kind of our tease to lead us into the 3D era. I think they will explore a 3D era trilogy at some point. And then after that, we only got Mortal Kombat 9. Now, I haven't heard anybody mention it, but we could also get an adventure Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection at some point as well. I mean, hear me out. We could get a Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection for the adventure games. It could come with Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks. It could come with Mortal Kombat Sub-Zero Mythologies and Mortal Kombat Special Forces. I'd be interested in that game as well. But now I want to hear from you, the fans. Do you think Mortal Kombat 9 is a game that deserves a standalone remake? Do you think this should be bundled in with a package, a Legacy Collection of its own? Of some kind? I don't know what it would be. Maybe maybe down the road they could do like a NRS trilogy or an NRS bundle that gives us Mortal Kombat 9, Mortal Kombat X, Mortal Kombat 11 in one bundle. I don't know where you leave Mortal Kombat 1 in that mix. I mean, that's our newest game, but maybe they could do an NRS trilogy and be like, here, have Mortal Kombat 9, Mortal Kombat X, and Mortal Kombat 11. We don't need MK11. That's why I don't think we need those. But this in particular game, Mortal Kombat 9, like I said, it's a large enough game. To remaster this on its own, I think would be a W. Also, you can feed the trees in this game. Look at these stage fatalities. That's one of the huge things about this game. You have a ton of stage fatalities. If you want to play the Living Forest with the classic Living Forest music, you have that option. You can put in a code with your opponent, get the classic Living Forest music. There's so many amazing things about Mortal Kombat 9, just like that. And also, plus all the bonus features. Test your might, test your sight, test your might, test your strike, test your luck, all that good stuff. It's all included. You got a great story mode with, I don't remember how many chapters, but it ends tremendous. I don't want to spoil anything. This is a game that I absolutely grew up with. I will never forget all the fun I had on this. Mortal Kombat 9, one of the absolute crowning achievements of just, I mean, it was just perfect. It was just perfect. Everything in this game was just a love letter to the fans. I think it was tremendously well done. I hope that we do get this at some point in the future, a remastered version. Do I expect it to be with Mortal Kombat Legacy? No, absolutely not. It's too large, and anything like this, if you were to remaster MK9 or put anything like an MK9 or anything like that on the Legacy Collection, let's be honest, that would outshine all those other games, and that's not what this is about. MK Legacy is about preserving and celebrating the arcade classics and celebrating the handhelds and the old home ports that we all grew up with. And I'm very excited for it. And that's the Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection is just the first step into where we're going, which I am so excited for the future of Mortal Kombat. The future is so bright that I'm going to need some shades, I think. And I do think we're going to get the Mortal Kombat 9 remaster at some point in the future. And like I said, I think it'll be the standalone game. I think a Mortal Kombat 9 remaster could actually be the game that follows whatever the sequel is to Mortal Kombat 1. Time will tell. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. I appreciate you coming to check out some Mortal Kombat 9 talk. It's one of my games. It's so near and dear to my heart. I grew up on this game. I still play it all the time. I like to make content with this game because it's a beautiful game. Like I said, this is the vanilla version. You get this when you bought the game at launch. This is the greatest hits version, your complete edition, I should say, that has your DLC on it. This is complete edition for Xbox. If you want to play online, you can still play online. Join us on Xbox trying to play online, the worst netcode you've ever seen. But thank you for checking out today's video, my friends. I'm going to wrap up right there. Let me know your thoughts on MK9. If this comes out as a remaster by itself, are you happy? Do you think it needs to be bundled in with other MK games to be part of like a Legacy Collection future updated release of some kind? Should it be DLC to the Legacy Collection? Again, like I said, anything, with a game like this, unless it was a one-to-one port, I mean, maybe they could add it to a collection, but I don't even know what collection they would add it to, because the 3D era trilogy deserves to be on its own, I think. And I think MK9 just stands on a league of its own. And I think this is the one game that deserves to have it on its own release because it would get its own server. But thank you very much for coming in, my friends. I could talk MK9 forever. I'm going to wrap up there. Let me know your thoughts below. GG's. Thank you for checking out today's video. I absolutely love this game from the bottom of my heart. You got the subway stage returning as well. Thank you very much, my friends. I'm going to head out for now, but as always, I will see you on the next Mortal Kombat video. Take care, stay safe. Thank you once again. Come through, check out our live shows every day around 4 p.m. Eastern on the channel. We play Mortal Kombat all day, every day. Thank you very much, my friends. Let me know your thoughts on MK9, and I will see you as always on the next Mortal Kombat video. Take care, friendos. Peace.